Hey folks, welcome back to another review with yours truly, Sam Healey. Today we're taking a look at this guy right here, V-Commandos, the Resistance expansion. Now, this expansion is of course taking it into the realm of all of the Resistance fighters that fought during World War II, a few of the spies, you know, it has that flavor in it as well, and it has a couple little additions to the game that are pretty cool. It is not a standalone game, it needs the base game to be played, but it is still a great little expansion. Let's get down to the table and I'll show you. So this is a representation of what you're going to be getting in a box of V-Commandos Resistance expansion. You're going to be getting 15 more tiles that are double-sided. You have 2 large, 3 medium, and then 10 smalls that will come in here. You'll of course be getting more of the enemy deployment tokens, more door tokens, more wound and +1 action tokens. You'll also be getting 2 more MG42 nests and a smattering of new tokens that are going to be going into it. 6 more for the actual characters, the new characters that come into it. 15 more civilian tokens. You've got 5 more escorted individuals. You have 7 new resistance fighter tokens. Then you'll have 9 more of the German units that will go into the bag. They are all equipped with the gas mask that we saw in Secret Weapons. And then you're also going to be getting some German officer tokens and some guard dog tokens. We'll go over those in just a few moments, along with more gas barrel tokens, a supply drop tokens, and binocular tokens. You're also going to be getting 5 more of these missions that you can send your players on. You'll also be getting 13 more map tiles or location tiles that you'll be able to use within the expansion. You'll also be getting some more event cards to add to your event deck, and of course the 3 new characters that come in this expansion: the SOE agent, which is the resistance fighters, and then the saboteur, and then you have a spy who is actually a German spy. You can tell by the border there, and he actually starts the games with German uniforms. So these are all pretty cool. The SOE agent has a Luger, rolls 1 dice for shooting. Resistance fighters place 1 of her TNT charge tokens red side on the tile of her choice without enemy unit on her terrain. Here, also an airdrop. Choose 1 token from the equipment discard pile. On the other side, she has Pepper. Enemy guard dogs cannot spot any character on the tile where she is located, or she has the same TNT charge placement ability here. Close combat attack using chloroform. If the equipment token that you pick up to replace the eliminated enemy unit is a spotted token, you can ignore it. So he can use chloroform for those close combat attacks. And then his well rod here is a shot where you roll 2 dice and then choose 1 if you shoot it while you're stealthy. On the other side, he has that same rolling 2 dice and choosing 1 if he uses his weapon while stealthy. Then he's also a German citizen. Any stealth check wearing a German uniform fails only with a 1. So that's a really cool ability as well. The saboteur is, of course, as his name entails, is a demolitions expert within the Resistance. Here he can discard any 2 equipment tokens to create a TNT charge or a grenade token. So he can also throw a TNT charge like a grenade with TNT charge damages. He starts with an MP40 rolling 2 dice. He also starts with a grenade and a TNT token as well on that side. Here, he can still discard 2 equipment tokens to make a TNT charge, but he also has knife throwing, where it's same as shooting, but he has a silent firearm. So these are all really neat resistance fighter type characters that I think are very thematic for the expansion. So very good job with those. Now, some of the other tiles that come in the game, some of the other tokens, you have the German officer token, which basically when he is with other German soldiers on a tile. During the movement step of the enemy phase, he can have everybody himself and everybody with him move 2 tiles instead of just 1 tile in the direction that is mentioned on the event card. If you remember, that is the direction that the troops will move in. So the German officer can have them move 2 tiles instead of 1. And then you have the guard dog token, which is a really cool addition because guard dogs were used a lot during World War II. But any stealthy commando that is on a tile that a guard dog is on is automatically seen. You don't even get a stealth check. They can basically smell you, which is cool that the SOE agent, if you'll remember here, let's see, where is she? The SOE agent is able to, she's equipped with pepper, which throws off the guard dog's scent. So guard dogs cannot spot any character on the tile where she is located. So that's a pretty cool thing as well that works together in tandem. You also have these binocular tokens. And binocular tokens basically allow you to force a reroll that affects you. These are, of course, commando tokens. So if a roll is being rolled by you or against you, you can, in essence, turn it over to the used side, and it allows you to re-roll one of the dice that were rolled against you, or you can use it to re-roll in your favor as well, hopefully. And then you have these equipment airdrop tokens. Now, the way these work is that if you take this, if this comes up, rather, you can place it on an outdoor tile in the location and then draw 3 equipment tiles from the equipment reserve. When you do that, if you draw one of the orange eyeballs, which means that you've been spotted or something like that, then you have to move the location or the tile that it is going to be dropped whatever direction the event card says to. Now, there are 3 ways where this will not work out well for the commandos. The first one is if you draw 3 equipment tokens from the reserve and all 3 of them are those orange spotted tokens, then it's negated. Nothing happens. The other way, or the other 2 ways, is that if the directional token, if you draw 1 spotted token and then it has to shift 1 tile, if that is the card that is currently in effect, that negates the airdrop as well. The other way where it doesn't work out well for the commandos is if the direction that it has to drift in makes it land on an indoor tile. That will also negate the airdrop. So these are all really neat additions to the game. I think it's a very positive expansion for V-Commandos. So that is the Resistance expansion for V-Commandos. As you can probably tell, this is one of the kinds of expansions that I really enjoy. It gives you more things to do within your sandbox, and it then also adds a couple of little twists and turns within the stuff that they provide to make it just a little bit more of an enriched experience, thematically speaking, of course. I like how nothing in the core game is basically changed. The foundational mechanisms and how you play the game, they all stay the same. It just adds a little bit of a layer of flavor on top of everything else, and I really enjoy that. The guard dogs is something that's pretty cool because you can I know sometimes things just kind of pop up and really change things, but if you're really, really careful, you can pretty much stay stealthy most of the time. Now, every once in a while things will pop up, I understand that, but the guard dogs really throws things off because once they come onto one of your tiles where you have commandos that are stealthy, unless the SOE agent is there and being used on the right side with that pepper, you're caught, man. The dogs can smell you and you become seen. You're no longer hidden. So I really like that change, that variable that gets thrown into the game. The German officers making things that are on its tile move an extra tile during enemy movement, that's huge because usually you can try to kind of gauge where everybody's going to be, and you can puzzle out where you need to go in order to remain hidden. Having that German officer out there really throws a little wrench in that whole puzzling system that's there. So I like that as well. The equipment airdrops are a really neat addition to it, and I like how it's not a guaranteed thing. It's not just where you can get a little bit stronger. It has to all work together. You have to not draw one of those orange spotted tokens out of the equipment reserve. You have to, and if you do, you have to be in the right space. You would have had to have chosen the right tile so that it can't drift onto an indoor tile. So there's all these things that go into making this really neat game, in my opinion, that much better and that much more deep and that much more strategic and thematic, and all of this stuff really comes into. I really enjoy this Resistance expansion. I also enjoy the Secret Weapons expansion that I already made a video of earlier. So really, if you get the base game, the Resistance expansion is a no-brainer. And I think the Secret Weapons one is also a no-brainer. So if you're able to pick up both of these expansions, you would do yourself a service in doing that. So that is it from me for V-Commandos Resistance. You should go and check it out if you have the ability to. We'll see you guys on the flip side.